What's up, guys? It's Professor Gnome, and today we're going to be doing Sandy Shocks. We're coming to the end of our EXs and all that kind of stuff for Pandora Rift, or what? Paradox Rift. God, that was awful. But yeah, so we're going to be pairing that with Arcanine V, Hisuian Arcanine V to be specific, and a couple other cards like Koraidon EX to be able to attach some extra energies, and also Galarian Zapdos. This card doesn't really see any play, but the benefit of it here is that we're going to be able to drop it from our hand and attach 2 fighting energies to it right away. And when we do that, it combos together with Hisuian Arcanine V's ability. Because what we're able to do is that we can move as many fighting energy on the board as we want to it. And then it's going to do an extra 30 damage for every fighting energy attached to it. So we have the ability to grab energies from our discard pile with Sandy Shocks. We're able to get them out of the deck with Koraidon. We're able to pretty much everything we're going to be doing is going to get us energies. And we're going to be able to do that even more so with things like Professor Sada's Vitality. We're going to be able to pick up our damage stuff with Penny and get it off the board, so we're always remaining safe. We have switch carts to get where we need to go, Judge to mess with our opponent, and we also are going to be running a Gutsy Pickaxe just to be able to accelerate that energy as much as possible. So the goal is to really thin our deck, get it as thin as possible, start with things like our Squawkabilly EX, and doing things like Professor's Research and stuff like that, and then hitting all our energies with Gutsy Pickaxe, and really just accelerating the game as much as possible. But definitely let me know what you guys think of the list and all that kind of stuff, and we'll see you in the game. Before we get into the game, though, I did have a question for anybody watching. Skip past this if you're not interested. But I did want to ask what you guys thought of the thumbnail change and how you prefer it. So if you've been watching my videos for a little while, do you prefer the old thumbnails? Do you prefer the new thumbnails? Or if you're new to the videos, do you like the thumbnail now? Do you like the previous ones? Or do you think that like an integration of the two would be better? I'm just trying to test out and change some different stuff, so definitely let me know what you guys prefer and what you guys think of them and stuff like that. And so, you know, yeah. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and I'll see you guys in the games. Peace. Alright, we're into the first game, and we have our opponent going first. We actually won the coin flip. This deck going first is a little bit limited. It's much better for it to go second. And we're actually going to be able to show that off a little bit here. So we'll end our turn here. We're against Iron Valiant. That's actually not too bad for us. So what we're going to look to do is just kind of accept the damage. Not a big deal. Whatever. We can play down our second Arcanine, play down the Squawk, play down the Galarian, put the 2 energies from the Galarian onto itself, pass them up into the Arcanine V, Squawkabilly, discard the like single Judge in our hand, and then go from there. There's the PokéStop as well. So we can lay all this down. So strong leg charge, attach the 2, boop, boop. We can lay down the Squawk. Go ahead and Squawk. Get rid of the Judge because we will find something much better. Alright, so there's our Seal Stone. We can throw that down. We can go ahead and discard the other PokéStop and the Penny because we don't really care too much about having that right now. We're going to want to go ahead and grab ourselves a Koraidon for the future. Place that down. And then let's PokéStop, see what we find. If we can hit some pickaxes or something, that'd be pretty hype. A Lost Vacuum doesn't really matter. So now we'll go ahead and Judge, since we didn't get into like a better supporter, which sucks a little bit. But it's not the biggest deal in the world. We can attach manually for turn onto our Arcanine. And from here, how many energies do we have in the discard? Only 1. We could use our Star Alchemy, but I don't really think it's worth it just yet. we'll go ahead, throw an energy down, throw it onto our Arcanine V, and end our turn there. If we hit a pickaxe, I'm not gonna like Star Alchemy for a single pickaxe and like hope for a hit. I think that's kind of really bad. We could have used our Star Alchemy for like a kind of escape rope. That's not bad. We could have used our Star Alchemy for like a Professor's Research or something, and I think like that would have been fine. But I don't really love burning it on the first turn if I don't have to. Like if it's not gonna make like a play like 100%, if that makes sense. Especially too, because like we're in a position where we have everything we relatively need in order to get going. It's nice to get the first turn attack, but we don't like need to get it. And we also have the Star Alchemy now to no, there's the Magma Basin. We have the Star Alchemy now too, so like even in this situation, it's not really the biggest deal in the world that we didn't get it. We can put an energy down onto our active. We'll drop the Sandy Shocks for now. Alright, yeah, and our opponent's going to concede. They didn't really get too set up, and we were about to be able to just completely take over the game, but I think you can see off that just how strong the, like, opening turn of Arcanine is, like, just what it's capable of. Because we were about to just be able to move all the energy onto the Arcanine, Star Alchemy, get a research, and kind of just pop off from there. So yeah, that's game one. Let me know what you guys think of the deck and like what your opinions on it and stuff like that are. But we'll go into game two. Peace. Alright, so we're into the next game. Our opponent lost the coin flip, so we're going to be able to go second again. This deck, like you would have saw it in game one, the deck's ability to go first versus its ability to go second is a little skewed. Going second is definitely more beneficial for it. We didn't really get the best opening here, but even still, we're going to be able to fix it. We'll be able to Nest Ball, grab ourselves a Squawk, Ultra Ball away the 2 energies for a Koraidon, and look for an Arcanine that way. Koraidon onto it, whatever we have to do. It's not really the biggest deal. In this matchup, it's actually pretty sweet. We'll need even less energy or like less things to work, because of the fact that we hit for weakness, so that's going to be pretty sweet. And even means that our Sandy Shocks are going to be, like, useful. Because, like, 99% of the time, they're just kind of here as, like, a way to get energies onto your Arcanine V. But since we're hitting for weakness and it's only 3 energy, we can kind of pop 2 on with Koraidon, throw an energy onto it, and start attacking. And doing things that way. So, honestly, it's not too bad. There's their Mew. A second Mareep. So they're kind of filling up their bench here with not a lot of options. Like, they're really going for that Iron Hands play. Boss's Orders. I mean, that's kind of nice. We might want to boss up the Iron Hands. So we'll throw this down. Nest Ball. Grab ourselves the Squawk. Go ahead and Ultra Ball away these 2. Grab ourselves the Koraidon. We'll pick. Got it. That's pretty sweet. Puts us in a pretty good position. Let's go ahead and discard first. We could Boss's Orders up the Koraidon here, and that wouldn't actually be all that bad. But the main reason why I don't want to do that, we'll attach manually. We'll attach... We'll hold on to this for now. Actually, what I want to do with the Arven is grab... What do we have for discard fodder? Okay. So, what I want to do is grab the Seal Stone and grab an Ultra Ball. And then what I can do here, right? So I can attach this. I want to spin, because if I get a Switch Cart or something like that, perfect. Okay, I didn't. What I would have liked is like anything else to discard, actually. Because what the play would have been if I got anything is I could have went into Moltres, or not Moltres, sorry, the Zapdos, placed that down, put the 2 energies onto it, looked for like a Switch Card or something, and went in that way. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I can throw the Bravery Charm onto this just to kind of up its health for a turn. And I will Dino Cry, putting energies onto my Arcanine. And then on the next turn, what I can do, if I have to, is I can always Star Alchemy to get on to something more important. Or guarantee myself like a Switch Cart or something like that. Or not, because they're going to Lost Vacuum it away. Kind of annoying, but, you know, worse things have happened. Looks like they really overcommitted their board. So, unless they have an energy, or, not an energy, I was going to say like a supporter, but there's double research. I guess what we could have done too is like we could have Koraidon 2 energies onto the Sandy Shocks, and just kind of started attacking, but I don't really think that's super optimal. But maybe it would have been. What we're going to be looking for next, though, is just like a boss to knock out the Iron Hands. And just start kind of attacking with Hisuian Arcanine and just kind of running them over. But it all kind of just depends. There's a Bravery Charm. That's not going to make any difference because we hit for weakness. So even if we were only hitting for like 140, we would still knock it out. Good energy, generator hits though. It's retreating. Goes into that. It's just gonna hit for 160. Alright, so he's sitting for 160 so we can set up. I mean, I guess that's fine. What do we want to do? I think we want to spin. Man, all my spins are going so poorly. Alright, we'll get rid of these. Unfortunately, we... Oh, is our Lumineon not... Did we already get rid of it somehow? Our Lumineon's prized. Oh, come on. Because we could have just Lumineon, got ourselves like everything that we were looking for. But now we can't, and we're about to go down 3 prize cards. That's really not ideal. Alright, we'll grab ourselves another Sandy Shocks, because we're going to need to deal with it that way. We'll put an energy here. We'll place down the other Sandy Shocks. And we'll Dino Cry. Yeah, we'll Dino Cry onto the Koraidon just so it's powered up. Man, that's so tragic. Oh, that's the worst. Alright, one of the only changes I would make to this deck, and I'm saying it with a lot of like hindsight, is putting in a Hisuian Heavy Ball, because for some reason when I play this deck, every single time a critical point, like a critical card, is prized. So like in testing, my Koraidon would be prized when I needed it most, or like my last Hisuian V that I needed was prized like in the game that it mattered the most. You know, Sandy Shocks, one of them being prized when I needed the other one. And it's like it feels like there's always one that's prized in like the most critical moment, like when I need it the most, and it's so frustrating. Really what I need now is Penny. because they can just boss his orders up to Squawkabilly and I lose if that happens. But I don't really have that kind of option or that kind of play available to me right now. So this is what it's going to be, and I just have to hope they don't have it. Alright, there's some other hits, some useful stuff. We'll hold on to the Lost Vacuum for now, I guess. We'll hold on to the pickaxe. We'll just take the knockout onto the Iron Hands. Keep the bench low, reserve some damage. And we'll take our 2 prizes. They still need 2 knockouts unless what they can do is like Super Rod the Iron Hands back in, use Koraidon, place it back onto the bench. Or maybe they run 2. If they run 2, then they're just a demon. Oh, never mind. That's kind of worse, in my opinion. That's huge for me. The fact that they lost the boss, that was awesome. Alright, karma and everything else just pays it back in full. Sweet. So we got a little unlucky there, but then, you know, luck bounces back. Card games, it is what it is. Another really quick one, showing off the power. Just kind of getting the wins. We'll run one more game because these 2 have been real quick. I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, we're into the final game. Even if this is a quick one, we're not doing 4. I put my foot down on 4. We're gonna mulligan, so not an ideal start, but not really the worst. Who really cares? Let them get an extra card. They'll probably need it anyway. Let's see if we can go a game where we don't prize something really, really important. I guess in the... Wow, mulligan how many times? Just 2? 2, 3, 4? Okay, alright, never mind. I take it back. They could have 1 extra card. They can't have 4. That's... Alright, come on. Calm it down, boys. And we're against Mew. Or, what? Gardevoir EX. This could be rough, especially giving them so many extra cards. Our Seal Stone doesn't get us anywhere. The single energy that we can put onto our Squawk doesn't really get us anywhere. We'll see what we're able to make here. This one could be a rough one. We'll see. This hand is pretty bad. Not gonna lie to you, sports fans. This one's real rough. Passes the turn by putting an energy down. Puts it onto the active. Alright, so we drew into a VIP. That's not terrible. We'll grab this. We'll grab a Koraidon just to be safe. We'll attach 1 onto this. Throw this down. We'll attach manually for turn. We'll squawk away the rest. Putting our Dino Cry online. We will put Sandy Shocks down. We'll pickaxe. We hit an Earthen Vessel. Not the worst, not the best. Does the Nest Ball get us anything important at this point? I don't think so. So we'll Nest Ball, grab ourselves 2 more energy. Now, what we can do is we'll Professors. Alright, didn't get us another VIP. We'll grab ourselves 1 more Sandy. Shuffle the deck up. And then from here, what would be amazing is if we can get into like an Ultra Ball or something. Oh my god, we're gods. Everything just worked out our way. So we'll go ahead and get rid of 1 energy and the Judge. think the Lost Vacuum. We're probably not going to need the Lost Vacuum. Oh, wait. No, yeah. We don't. I was going to say they don't play Path. Alright, so we can grab ourselves the Zapdos here. And then what we can do is we can play the Zapdos down. Then 1, 2, onto the Zapdos. Then we can hit a Switch Cart. Go into the Arcanine. Pull everything forward. One, 2, and 3. Get our attack online. PTCGO being annoying. Alright, there we go. Drop the attack. Pop that. And get moving here. Now, if they can knock us out, we're kind of boned. Potentially. Maybe. Not really, but a little bit. If they can't, we bosses orders up the Zacian, knock that out, and then we're in a really, really good position. So it all just kind of depends. Alright, so a counter catcher going into the discard isn't that bad. Or into their hand, because like I'll trade them getting the counter catcher for us getting rid of the Curlia and the boss's orders. There's 1 in play. Gets rid of a VIP, draws 2. So they're going to be looking for Gardevoir EX for sure. Though they only have 3 energies in play, so as of right now, we don't have to worry about Gardevoir KOing us. Unless they have a reversal energy, that could be a problem. If they knock us out here, then we put Galarian Zapdos in play. And hit a Judge, I think is going to be the play. Counter catcher. Oh. Okay, that's not bad. Because, like, the Dino Cry is nice and all that, like, in between useless turns, but we don't really need it. We'll get rid of this and the Zapdos. It's a pretty easy choice. Though the Zapdos does have free retreat, so honestly, that's not a bad thing to kind of have and be able to use to pivot around. There's the Shining Arcana. Fog Crystal, that'll grab him an extra energy. There it is. The question is... It's not really that bad, though, because if they knock out Koraidon, then it activates both of our Sandy Shocks. We can... Bosses orders up the Arcanine, or not the Arcanine, the Gardevoir EX, and knock that out. And that'll be, like, pretty big. Oh, they're not going to put it into play. That's awkward. I wonder why they wouldn't put it into play. Because they'd at least be able to use their main Gardevoir here. The Shining Arcana Gardevoir. They'd be able to use that, attach energies that way, and do something. That's definitely a little awkward. They attached it there. Okay. Interesting. So we'll attach manually here. Then I think we just... I want to judge, like, kind of bad here. Alright, there's another pickaxe. We'll place one onto the Sandy Shocks. I'm really not sure what, like, the best thing to do right now is. We'll attach this onto that just for the future. And I think we just judge here. Alright, so let's get this into play. And then we'll pickaxe again. There's a vitality. We can hold on to that. Alright, so I think we just Dino Cry here. Put 2 energies onto this so we can either retreat with it or attack on the next turn. If they knock us out, it's fine, because it just activates our Sandy Shocks. I guess we could have put 1 energy down onto the Zapdos. Maybe that would have been better, because then if this gets knocked out, we can go in, counter KO, and kind of go that route. There's a worker that'll get rid of the PokéStop, but honestly, that hasn't really been getting us anything. Alright, there's the other Shining Arcana. There's the V that we're going to be looking to knock out next. Yeah, because if we can find that boss's orders, pull that up, knock that out, I think that would be super ideal. I'm like nearly out of cards. It's crazy how much this deck draws. I think Gardevoir EX is probably the best deck in the format right now. There's an Ultra Ball. Gets rid of the Curlia. I assume to find the last Gardevoir EX, just so it's like always online. But if he goes like the evolved Curlia route and stuff like that, that'll be kind of huge. Wait, why did that do 300? Is that weak to Psychic? No, it is. Huh. I did not know that. That makes that a little bit awkward. Alright, I mean, not really the biggest deal in the world, but definitely, like I said, a little awkward. I think we just go Sada here. We'll attach one to the Sandy Shocks and attach one to the other one. Get ourselves some cards. I don't think we're going to need the VIP or the Penny at this point. Like, maybe we'd want it, but I doubt it. Let's see what we're working with. Alright. What do we want to do? So we'll Star Alchemy here. And at this point, I feel like it's kind of important to have the Bravery Charm on. Or yeah, let's get ourselves the boss for the next turn. Wait, I just realized we don't have another Arcanine. Are 2 of ours prized? Oh, that's gonna make this game so much harder than it needs to be. Alright. Well, we'll Magnet Absorb. Just so we have it. We're gonna pray that we get another Arcanine off the top. Like, did we get one with our prize cards? This one. Let's go. Oh my god. That's so amazing. Again, really sucks that that was prized, but like, whatever, I guess. What we're gonna look to do, I think, on this turn is we're gonna go place that down and look to knock out the Gardevoir for 2 prizes. and then kind of up trade. I think is going to be the best way to do it. Like, if we can pull the Gardevoir EX, knock that out, and then pull the Zacian, I think that'll kind of be the best way for us to go. Especially if he turns this... Okay, so that's perfect. So he turns this into a Shining Arcana, which I think is objectively wrong. Unless he has another rare candy in hand in order to make the next... like the next Gardevoir EX, then I think it's like actually kind of a bad play. But we'll see. I guess him playing down the next Rolts kind of assumes that he does, but I guess this is how we're gonna find out. One of the other things that we can do is, if it really comes down to it, we'll have the option of taking, like, kind of doing a single prize trade and going into the Zapdos. There's the Brainwave. Goes down to 2 prizes. We put up our Zapdos. That's kind of hype. We can just go ahead and retreat immediately. Go into our Arcanine, attach the Bravery Charm, make it a little bit more difficult for them to hit the damage numbers. We can boss his orders up. This. And we will Magnet Charge. And then from here, we'll just kind of take all the energies over. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now let's see how many more we need. 240. So we're gonna need everything. Is that gonna be enough? I think we're gonna be short because of resistance, actually. If that's the case, that's terrible. Oh, okay, 330, so we just make it. Close. So now we kind of just have to hope that they don't have... So, I mean, if they have a boss's orders, that really sucks for us. Or if they have the rare candy into the next Gardevoir, that makes things a little bit worse. But we'll see what happens. Level Ball. They find themselves like another Curlia or something. Because they could do like Curlia into it or something like that. What we're gonna look for is... There's a Screamtail. Iono. That kind of sucks because I wanted the Lumineon to be able to get the next boss, but we got it, so works all the same. Shining Arcana. I don't believe they have the damage numbers to knock us out, right? There's the Iono, so we don't, or they use the Iono, so we don't have to worry about a boss. And I don't think they have enough energies. I'm pretty positive, right? They should hit for like 260. Unless I'm counting wrong. I think the Bravery Charm is going to save us here. Brainwave, yeah, 270. Alright, so I was off by 10, but I was right in the end. So we can go ahead and we're going to hit for some big damage. We're going to have some fun here. So we'll Magnetic. And this game definitely got a little bit closer than we would have liked, but all's fair in love and war. And we got here in the end. So we'll pull up the extra energies just to be a bad guy and, you know, assert dominance. So we'll place the cards down, yada yada yada, hit for 420, just plays, and knock out the Zacian, take the win in the end. A much closer game, definitely kind of comes down to the wire, but we got what we needed. Both of our Arcanines being prized. Like I said, when I play this deck, there's just something about it that every time, every game, everything I need is prized. But it just is what it is. I might put in like a heavy ball specifically because of it in this deck. Just my luck is the way that it is. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of the deck. Let me know how you guys would play it. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what the next deck you want me to play, that you want me to play is. I think I'm gonna do the Reggies next. I think that would be pretty fun. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.